Barbershop Betrayal, 1992. He steps onto Brutus Beefcake's barbershop set with zebra tights and a cocky half-smile, already convinced he's outgrown the band. On January 11th, 1992, the Rockers meet their end on Wrestling Challenge. Marty Jannetty offers a handshake in history. Shawn Michaels answers with a superkick that snaps like a mousetrap, then hurls him through the plate glass window, while the studio lights glitter in the shards. Bobby Heenan cackles. Jannetty tried to dive through the window to escape, and Shawn lets the lie breathe because lies are useful. He straightens his hair, pockets the torn half of their 8x10, and leaves best friend on the floor with the glass. That's the birth of HBK as a heel, a tag team heartthrob turning loyalty into a prop and ambition into a weapon. The moral twist is ugly and obvious. Some people don't break up bands, they break up bodies and call it growth. Vanity Mirror, HBK, 1992. He trades the tag team smile for a silver hand mirror and sensational Sherri's purr on the entrance track. On August 29th at SummerSlam in Wembley, he works a no-hitting-the-face stip against Rick Martel, stalling and posing like the aisle is a runway. That autumn, taped October 27th, aired November 14th, he tears the Intercontinental title from British Bulldog and wears it like jewelry. On January 24th at Royal Rumble in Sacramento, Sherri's wobbling loyalties gift him another escape when her swing clips Jannetty instead. The turning point isn't a punch, it's the decision to make Vanity the engine. He's a coward when it counts and a killer when it's safe, hiding behind theater until the bell protects him and the mirror forgives him. If the mirror wins, subscribe. The moral twist, the glass isn't about beauty, it's about control. The Bodyguard Boss, 1993. He upgrades from perfume to hired muscle. On June 7th, he unveils Diesel on Raw, a 7-foot wall in black leather. When he's stripped of the IC belt on September 27th, he simply strolls back on TV with his own title and declares himself the real champion. On March 20th, at WrestleMania 10 in Madison Square Garden, 2 belts hang high and Diesel keeps the match on the leash, until the referee ejects him early and the leash snaps. Razor leaves with undisputed gold and HBK leaves with undisguised resentment. Through 94, he lets Big Daddy Cool do the mauling, then sneaks in with the kick and the smirk. On November 23rd at Survivor Series, 1-2 cute Superkick clips Diesel. The Giant sees red, and the partnership melts while the crowd roars for the big man they actually like. Moral math, HBK style, friendship is a tactic, size is a rental, and protection ends the second it outshines you. Sid-Backed Snake, 1995. He doubles down on menace with Psycho Sid. On January 22nd, he wins the Royal Rumble from number 1. On April 2nd, at WrestleMania 11 in Hartford, he finally lands sweet chin music on Diesel. And Sid grabs the referee, strangling the count and suffocating Shawn's win. The bill arrives on April 3rd, on Raw. Shawn tries to sugarcoat a firing, take the night off, and Sid hears the truth under the ribbon. 3 powerbombs later, there's no runway walk, no mirror check, just a star folded in half in the ring he thought he controlled. The mask doesn't crack from conscience, it cracks from control. Fans don't boo the violence, they boo the hypocrisy they watched for months. The bully who hid behind a bouncer and learned what happens when the bouncer stops listening. The twist fits in a glove. If your courage is rented, the landlord always collects. Founding Degenerate 1997. Leather chaps, green X's, and courtroom smirks. Founding era Degeneration X. On August 3rd at SummerSlam, guest ref HBK swings at Bret Hart and cracks Undertaker instead. The noble mask slides off and he starts savoring the booze. On September 20th, in Birmingham's One Night Only, he steals the European title from British Bulldog in front of the man's family. On October 5th, at Bad Blood and Saint, Lewis he bleeds through the first Hell in a Cell and slithers out only because the lights die, and Kane rips the door off. On December 7th, at Degeneration X, in Your House, he keeps the WWF title via DQ, and taped December 11th, aired December 22nd, he practically gifts the European belt to Triple H on Raw. On March 29th, at WrestleMania 14, he sneers through Austin's coronation and eats a Tyson right hand. Childish act, grown-up cruelty, laugh at the rulebook long enough and cheating looks like style. The Man Who Screwed Bret, late 1997. Then the ring becomes a courtroom, and the city is Montreal. On November 9th at Survivor Series, Shawn slaps on Bret Hart's own sharpshooter. The bell rings before choice can happen, and Earl Hebner is already halfway up the ramp. Shawn sells shock for a beat, clutches the WWF title, and leaves under guard like a thief who found the exit. The weeks after are gasoline. On December 7th, he keeps the belt against Ken Shamrock via DQ. In December Raws, he needles Canada and eats an Owen Hart ambush. Like, what makes this heel stretch so nasty isn't the screw job alone, it's the marketing. The twist is cold. He didn't just beat a rival, he beat trust. And once trust is gone, you can make a whole country boo on cue. Petty veteran 2005. He returns a decade later meaner, pettier, funnier. On July 4th in Sacramento, he tags with Hulk Hogan against Angle and Carlito, basks in the nostalgia pop, then superkicks Hogan the instant the applause peaks. On August 1st, he hosts a deadpan Larry King parody, clowning the Icon's legend without saying the word. On August 15th in Montreal, he baits the arena with Bret Hart's music. Who's Your Daddy, Montreal? On August 21st at SummerSlam in Washington, D.C., he oversells like a cartoon ricocheting off invisible walls, a parody threaded with danger and one sudden kick that could have stolen it. Hogan wins. Shawn refuses excuses. Respect is a rule. He breaks rules for sport. The Authority's Old Gun, 2013. On October 27th at Hell in a Cell in Miami, he trades tights for stripes. Shawn Michaels, special referee, stands between his student Daniel Bryan and company favorite Randy Orton, while Triple H hovers like boardroom weather. Chaos, then collision. The game goes down. Bryan fires a running knee, and Shawn makes the choice you don't forgive. Sweet chin music, one heartbeat before Orton's 3 count. On October 28th, on Raw, Bryan rejects the apology and cranks the yes lock while an arena tries to pull a halo off a Saint. That's not a young man selling out. That's an old gun choosing the office over the audience and the kid he helped make. In 1992, he threw a partner through glass. In 2013, he threw a protege under a bus and called it doing the job. The twist is adult and bitter. Stay sheriff long enough and every outlaw looks like paperwork. From glass windows to golden belts to students with sore jaws, the story never changes. Stand next to Shawn long enough and you become a prop. The music stops, the foot lands, and the heartbreak was always yours, not his.